Hey everybody. Late again getting here. Lee and I had a couple calves to check on, and one hadn't nursed like it should have, and so on the ag world that means that you stop what you're doing and you get the mama in the chute and you get that baby some milk, and that's what we did. That's really one thing I enjoy. Lee makes sure that I'm safe and I can milk out the mom and put the milk in a bottle or get that baby on the udder. And I mean, you really haven't lived until you might be sweat rolling down your back, but I'm telling you, when that baby calf comes off that nipple and kisses you on the cheek with its wet face, it makes you sticky. But God's creatures, I'm grateful to be part of the ag world. We're feeding the world, and it's a whole nother side, it's a whole nother world, and so I truly am grateful to be part of that. We love taking care of God's creatures. We have cattle, and it's a struggle sometimes. It's hot, and we were done, but that baby hadn't sucked, and so it has now. He's got a full belly, and put him back in with mom, and he was fine. She actually, it's a heifer, so grateful to be part of that, and so that's why I'm a little late and a little sweated through. Anyway, y'all are gonna realize that I am what I am. We're reading through Holy Moments. This is actually day 6. So this is, it takes how many days to make a habit. And tonight was a night that I'm kind of like, well, I'm late, and will they notice? Will they care? But no, I decided, I told Lee, I'm going out. I'm going to sit in the car. I'll be back in 10-15 minutes because I promised that I would do what I was asked to do, and so that's what I'm gonna do. And actually, I had to chuckle because when I opened the book, the chapter tonight is the moment of decision. So sometimes, the first step is the hardest, but you have to decide. You have to decide to do that. Shining, not whining. Remember that. Okay, the moment of decision. Holy Moments, Matthew Kelly. The moment of decision. If you only learn to master one moment in your life, learn to master the moment of decision. We all make choices. That's the easy part. The hard thing about choices is living with them. We all have regrets. We've all said and done things that we would have done differently if we could go back in time. We know we can't. We may have made peace with those choices to some extent, but still, in the quiet hours, they still haunt us. If I could give only one piece of advice, it would be this: make choices that are easy to live with. Make choices that you can look back on and longingly, like you do upon the best of times with the best of friends. Life is choices. We're constantly making them, but are we choosing wisely? We're not born great decision makers. Sometimes it is something that must be learned. The wisdom of Holy Moments will teach you how to become a great decision maker. When you have a decision to make, consult your future self. Imagine yourself 20 years from now looking back on this moment and honor what your future self advises to do. A young man decided one Thursday night to rob a convenience store with his friends. Only something went horribly wrong. The cashier ended up dead, and the young man was sentenced to life in prison. He never intended to use the gun when he bought it. He set the gun on the counter during the robbery, and it went off. For more than 40 years, he played that moment over and again in his mind. He wanted to know what happened, what went wrong. But memories fade, and all we are left with are the consequences of the choices we've made. Every day I feel regret. I was 19 then, and I'm 62 now. 43 years locked up in a cage. Some days I can taste the regret in my mouth when I wake up. Other days I will almost make it through the whole day. And then the smallest reminder will trigger a memory. And that memory will trigger the regret. That kind of regret, even after all these years, is like being punched in the stomach by a gorilla. I ask myself over and over, why? Why? I didn't need the money. I mean, I didn't have any money, but I really didn't need the money. We were just kids being stupid in a grown-up world. I wish I could go back and change just one moment of my life. Change that one decision and my whole life would have been different. I wish I could go back and talk to the young man I was the day I bought the gun. I wish I could tell that young man, stay home tonight, but I can't. That's what regret sounds like. I have my own regrets. We all do. Regrets teach us that choices have consequences. Regrets reveal that we need to become better decision makers. We teach little children that choices have consequences. It's one of life's fundamental truths. But adults often adopt the temporary insanity of imagining our choices will only have the consequences we intend. But it is with the unintended consequences of our choices that often wreak havoc in our lives and in the lives of other people. Choices have consequences. We know that. But we know this indisputable truth aside in order to deny the consequences of our... Okay, wait. Let me start at that paragraph. Choices have consequences. We know that. But we throw this indisputable truth aside in order to deny the consequences of our unholy moments. And by denying that our choices have consequences, we abandon our power to create holy moments and render ourselves spiritually impotent. When we teach children that choices have consequences, the emphasis is usually placed on the consequences of poor choices, while the powerful and positive consequences of wise choices are often overlooked. Holy moments are choices with powerful and positive consequences. Holy moments are choices that are easy to live with. It's time to start filling our lives with holy moments. If you glance back at your life, the choices you find hardest to live with were the unholy moments. And the choices you find easiest to live with, the ones you're rightly proud of, those that you cherish, they each held a seed of goodness. Those were holy moments. Decision making is a powerful force in our lives. Our decisions are quite literally shape our lives. We make the future with our choices. The beautiful thing about choices is that you have more to make. Choices got you here, but if you don't like here, all you need to do is start making different choices. Your choices have power. If someone had an incredible power and used it for evil, that would be a horrible thing. But what about if someone had an incredible power and didn't use it for good? There's something tragic and wrong about that too, isn't there? And that someone is you. You possess the incredible power. You can choose what is good and holy, or you can choose what is unholy and destructive. Your choices have power. Boom. That's the last sentence. Your choices have power. So that someone is you. You possess the incredible power. You can choose what is good and holy, or you can choose what is unholy and destructive. Your choices have power. Okay, so when I was reading this chapter, I made several notes. And remember, like the thing that really, really tied me to this book was the Blessing Box Project. So y'all know about the Blessing Box Project, and if you don't, the short story is I'm a breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed in 18. I have ER and PR positive, HER2 negative, had a double mastectomy, a deep flap, yada, 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 all the things. I ended up doing radiation, chemo and radiation. And so I think I had to do all of that so that I could be right here. The vision of Blessing Box came from Jesus. It's not mine. He believes in kindness and he loves kindness. And that's, excuse me, that's what the blessing box is. The blessing box, we choose. We choose to shine. We choose never to say no. We always support. We always give grace. And we choose that positive perspective. And we choose that these boxes are holy moments. They are going to people that need something. They need hope. They need love. They need kindness. They need Jesus. If you're not a believer, then we love you. We send you kindness. And we pray for you. But we pray for your healing. So anyway, one of the things that I had written down in this chapter, because remember, it always takes me back to, I think that's what hit me so hard is, we talk about the butterfly effect, and then I'll share that with you guys too later, but we talk about the butterfly effect, and I really believe that that's what this is, because, the butterfly effect is the theory that a butterfly on one side of the earth, or one side of our world, can flap its wings, and the molecules and all the things that happen because of that movement can make a hurricane on the other side of the world. And so I tell you that to say that's what struck me with the blessing box, was that it was a butterfly effect. And then I read this book, Holy Moments. It all ties together. And so the paragraph that said holy moments are choices with powerful and positive consequences. Okay, we choose to be powerful and we choose to be positive in here. Holy moments are choices that are easy to live with. Okay, so we never say no. I never say no. All requests get a box. I might get late, but by golly, that box goes, because if that person doesn't use that box, then maybe it wasn't meant for that person. My job is to send the box. I don't deviate from that. If I get behind, I still send the box. This made all these boxes, because I got salty with Jesus, and I said, you put me in front of who needs my story, because I didn't pick this, and he did. I've had over 17,000 requests. We've shipped over 16, or right at, I don't know the final numbers right now because I'm just busy shipping, but we've shipped over 16,000 boxes to individual people. Those are not bulks. Like that's individual people. That's a lot of holy moments, y'all, because that holy moment, then the butterfly effect, right? That goes to somebody, and then whoosh, and the butterfly effect continues on. The ripple effect of that goes to families, goes to nurses, goes to people in the hospital, goes to doctors' offices, goes to people in the doctors' offices, in the waiting rooms. And so, under it says your choices have power. And I wrote, choosing kindness is powerful. Choosing kindness. And another thing that we do is decision making is a powerful force in our lives. Our decisions quite literally shape our lives. Okay, that's because, like, Fly Lady always said, you gotta choose to shine and not whine. That's a decision. It's a positive decision. It's a positive perspective. But when you can do that, when you can choose to be positive, it helps you make positive decisions. And sometimes positive decisions aren't exactly what we want the decision to be, but you stand solid. You stand solid. Stand solid, because positive, kindness, holy moments, you're right there. You're right there, sister. You're right there. Jesus knows your heart. He knows what's going on. He's next to you. He is on the path. The path is set. He knows where you are. And so I'm just great. Like, man, how did I get here? I'm just grateful to be here. I'm just grateful to be part of this. I am overwhelmed all the time. I'm being truthful with y'all, and I'm sorry I'm off the book, I guess, but it's truly a holy moment. Like, wow, that he chose me to be part of this. And he chose me in all this dirty, sweaty glory but he chose me to be the one to share words with somebody. And so I hope that if you're the one that I'm supposed to be sharing words with, I hope they bless you. I hope they touch you. I hope they help where it needs help. Because I am nobody special. I'm just like everybody else. I'm not trained in this. I have the chemo fog. If I turn around, I'm going to forget what I was talking about. But in the long and short of it, we love you. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful you found this. I'm grateful if you support the Blessing Box Project. I'm grateful that you're part of it. Whether you do or don't support it, pray for it, or you're my TP poles. I couldn't do this without you. This is not me. It's not all me. So I'm gonna close because I'm emotional about this. Your choices have power. Choosing kindness is powerful. Have a blessed night. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for sharing this. God bless.